Government spokesperson is speaking currently. Isaac Mwaura is having his weekly briefing. Let's just listen into what he has to say before we get back to this conversation.
Issued here today. President William Samoei Arap Ruto has made a 2-day visit to Japan, marking the first state visit by a Kenyan head of state in Japan for over 20 years. And it's good I explained to you there's a difference between presidents attending a global or a Japanese conference and a state visit. Now, a state visit is like when the Prime Minister of Japan was here alone to visit the country. And it's a reciprocal visit by His Excellency the President today, as we speak, in Japan. Now, that is different if we have 12 heads of states coming here for the Africa Climate Summit. That is where the difference is. There are 12, nobody really special, in particular being one visit, but then many people attending a conference. You cannot say that when heads of states and government meet in New York to attend to the UN meeting, that those are state visits. They are not. Or when people meet, when presidents meet at the AU in Addis Ababa, that those are state. No, a state visit is when a single president or head of government visits another country. So this is a first in 20 years, because I've seen that people not understanding. During this visit, His Excellency President William Ruto has underscored the strength of Kenya-Japanese relations, and the visit has not only solidified our bilateral ties, but also concluded very pivotal investment projects leading to a new era of prosperity and innovation for our nation. A total of 45 billion shillings has so far been secured, which are as follows. Kenya shillings 15 billion Meru Wind Farm Energy, which is a step towards environmental sustainability and economic efficiency in the spirit of climate action and green energy. This project will promote and create several jobs and aims to lower the cost of electricity to benefit millions of Kenyans and encouraging investment in that area and beyond. Secondly, there's also the 8 billion Kenya shillings Isiolo solar energy, which will inject more power into a national grid, and it is a cornerstone in transforming Isiolo into a thriving resort city and county. And you know very well Isiolo is like in the middle of Kenya, and it is part of our big LAPSET projects to create another new corridor, a new Kenya. To further make power affordable for our customers and to spur industrial development, there is also a geothermal project that has also been funded by the Japanese visit. There is also the Thika motor vehicle plant that also has been funded going forward. And so therefore these investments are extremely important in terms of what this government has been able to achieve. And then I want to answer very categorically to those who are naysayers, those who say that these visits do not have any significance, to tell them today, eyeball to eyeball, that they are extremely important, especially when you have a reduced fiscal space due to debt. These are investments. When you have vehicles being manufactured here, we are able to produce, we import over 120,000 vehicles, primarily from Japan. And now when they are produced here, they are not just for this market, but also for Africa, but it also reduces the cost of owning a car or a vehicle, and even spare parts that are extremely expensive going forward. And also, the decrease in total foreign currency exchange payments that were made earlier this year has reduced fuel energy costs, and this by half-fold from 6.45 shillings to 3.22 per kilowatt per hour. This has therefore contributed to the reduced cost of power, such that, as we speak, we now have a reduced cost of 3.44 Kenya shillings, such that if you buy 100 units, or if you use 100 units in a month, it means that you will not be able to pay 344 shillings, or rather, you will save 344 shillings. So the government is really trying very hard to reduce the cost of electricity, and that is significant. So Kenyans will see a slight reduction in their electricity bill, and that means better cost of living. So it's very, very important that we note that. Now let's turn to agriculture. The Kenya Kwanza administration has made a series of significant advancements within the nation's agricultural sector. These initiatives are aligned with a broader strategy to enhance food security, increase farmer incomes, and position Kenya as a leading agricultural producer in Africa, as outlined in the Better Plan. The President has emphasized the need to reduce our annual food imports from the current 500 billion to less than 250 billion by 2027 and to completely eliminate them by 2022. This is very significant, honorable ladies and gentlemen, because to begin with, we are using about $5 billion on importing food. Yet it's almost similar amount of money that we get as remittances from our diaspora. So it evens out because majority or most of the money that is remitted is for household maintenance. And noting very well that according to the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, households are spending up to 55% of their income on food. So it is very important that we reduce this, going forward. And that is why, for example, we have a project called 72 by 27, which aims to reach a maize production target of 72 million bags by 2027. And last year, we achieved a record production of 61 million bags, an increase of 21 million from the 2022. This success is largely due to the strategic distribution of 4.5 million bags of fertilizer to our dedicated farmers. And as we speak today, this fertilizer is being distributed in many counties, including Makueni, where the Minister for Agriculture is, and other various places that the government has deployed key officials to do so in all of the 40 counties that qualify for this program. And eventually, we anticipate to distribute 12.5 million bags, 7.5 million in the long range, and the 5 million in the short range within this fiscal year. We also, the government will continue to support Kenya and farmers, and this year we are buying 1 million bags of maize at Kenya shillings 4,000. And you can see already even the millers are buying it at 4,500 because we've raised the bar to ensure that the farmers benefit from their sweat. And this is extremely important. This initiative is actually designed to provide fair and beneficial compensation to our farmers so that we can reward their hard work and dedication. To enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of our agricultural practice, the government will also deploy agricultural advisory officers across 1,450 wards in the country. These are new jobs to those who are graduating from universities, so that these officers will offer expert advice, information, equipping our farmers to maximize productivity and output in the grassroots. Recognizing the need for easy access to agricultural supplies, the government is establishing a food store in each of the 1,450 wards, so that then you have produce being able to be stored properly, rather than we have post-harvest losses. It is extremely important that we note that. And also, it will ensure that farmers have convenient access to fertilizers and other essential farming implements at the grassroots levels. A total of 6,436,078 farmers have been registered in the Kenya Integrated Agriculture Management Information System, KIAMIS, to access subsidized fertilizers through a transparent e-voucher system. So far, 2,296,638 maize and sunflower vouchers have been released in 23 counties, with distribution facilitated by...
Now, that is Isaac Mwaura. He is the government spokesperson having his weekly briefing there, just updating the country on what's going on and the government plans, including matters agriculture. The government plans to ensure that there is 72 million bags production by the year 2027. Of course, our current demand is at 48 million bags, which we keep missing that particular target. And if 72 million bags is reached by 2027, that will be good for food security in the country.